Welcome back to episode number 4 of the Fulham career mode on FC 26. Got on our screens the main man, Omega. I've learned how to pronounce it. What a player, what a sign-in, what a bit of form this young man is on. I believe he scored in every game last episode, and long may that continue, because Jimenez, Muniz, they started off the season pretty well. They're not pulling their weight right now. A couple games in, they're not pulling their weight, and it's the youngster that's actually doing the main kind of goal scoring for us. This one though, Villa at Villa Park. Similar to real life, Villa have not started the best in this season. They are kind of in the lower area of the table. Ourselves, we're kind of languishing about mid-table should I say. And there we go. Since we've changed to this 4-4-2, he has been on fire. Emmanuel, 4 goals in 6 appearances in the Premier League. He didn't score for his first 2 games, so he's got 4 in 4 right now. Really, really impressive so far. And he just feels like a really solid player. 6'5". You can't really feel that he's got poor balance and agility. Maybe it's because I'm not really dribbling the most with him. But yeah, it's a top player. Definitely recommend him if you need a striker in your career mode. But some great kind of chances have been created by Villa. Wouldn't say maybe not great. Some good chances have been created by Villa. We have been equal to them though. Kept them out as it stands. And I want to talk about that quickly. Defending on this game. I think the Leeds game, obviously in the previous episode we got that was an anomaly so far this season. As it kind of stands this season, we've been pretty good defensively, and I think that's maybe something to do with the attacking AI. I don't know how I'm going to change that, adjusting the sliders and whatnot. I think we need to change it and adjust it, just so they kind of create a bit more. Obviously, we want it to be realistic, we want it to be difficult. Going to Villa Park, getting up a 1-0 victory, I mean, it's not the most unrealistic thing to happen, especially because they're in poor form, but they didn't really create much. We weren't really threatened, so I'll probably have a look into doing that in the next few episodes, just to see what we can do, make it, a bit more realistic. As for our scouting reports, we spent them to United States, Nigeria, and England. A couple of good talents coming back here. Ezekiel Ekue, we got Eze's looking okay. Abubakar's looking quite nice. Definitely going to look to get him. Obviously, we've already got a player in our academy. I think it's called Wood, goalkeeper from England, 17 years old. So definitely a case to be had for calling him up and him being our backup goalkeeper. Now, Raul Jimenez, he's actually pretty pissed off at us because we didn't offer him a contract that he deemed acceptable. He's put in a transfer request and he wants to leave. And the board are actually going to get involved in this one. I believe it's at the end of this episode, it might be in the next one, but he will be leaving and signing for a new club in January. So yeah, he leaves for about 3 million. So yeah, he's gone, unfortunately. That means we're going to have to try and keep hold of Muniz, or we sell him and look to invest the funds into a striker that can go alongside a mega man up top. But Bournemouth at the Vitality, this is going to be a bit more of a tough game. Andre Iriola has his team set up quite nicely. But as I said, I think I said in the first episode, this season we're going to be, obviously our counter-attacking, that's going to be helping us against the big teams. We need to learn to play good when we're going to have the most of possession. And against a team like Bournemouth, I can see us doing that. And how do you make the most of your possession? You make the most of your set pieces. You find your 6'5" striker and he nods it into the back of the net. Another game, another goal. I believe he is now top of the Golden Boot race. But just look at this. The leap he gets there. He just rises so much. Look at that. The others haven't even jumped. And he's just hanging. The hang time. Paris Petrovic. 1-0 to ourselves. Really, really happy with his output this season. And Smith Rowe, since I moved into that left hand side, You can see it here. Just look at the tricky feet, the dribbling. They can't get the ball off him, helping us hold possession. And it's not just helping us kind of offensively. Defensively, wanted to hold possession, keep the ball, slow it down. It's going to help us in the long run against the big teams as well. But yeah, we're dominating here out of the vitality. And I think, again, similar to what I said previously, sliders, because Bournemouth shouldn't be this bad at home. We shouldn't be dominating them as much as we are, considering we're Fulham, they're Bournemouth. Probably a similar level of club, of squad ratings, should I say, for our players, as Omega Man almost doubles his tally, doubles our lead. We're just taking full advantage of the fact we have a 6'5" striker who can just hop so much higher than everyone else. So far it's working, so far it's not been defended. So why would I stop? As again, it's going to be put in. Again, we're going to win the header. And the header is just too much for Petrovic. 2-0. 6 goals, 7 appearances. He's unstoppable. He is genuinely unstoppable. He's like our little mini Haaland. And I've mentioned previously, obviously, we can either grow him, he can be our starter striker, or we sell him, make a huge amount of money, reinvest it into the rest of the squad. Right now, you'd better believe I want to keep him. That's why I'm trying to look to sell on Jimenez, sell on Muniz. He becomes our star man. But look at that from Robinson. Great pass through, and unfortunately, Smith Rowe hits the post. Not yet got his first goal this season, but that was his biggest chance. Just denied by the woodwork. But again, all over Bournemouth. Gonna have to change something because they have. This is probably the first major chance they created. It does find the back of the net, but we held a nice line. They are offside. Cliver, hands on his head, he can't believe it, but just defensively, we have been too good, I'd say. And I think that is because of the AI making kind of silly passes in some areas, silly kind of, not having the best of shots and stuff like that. But again, we haven't actually played, apart from Chelsea, which we lost. United, in FIFA they're probably pretty good, but in real life, obviously, it's a team you could beat. We haven't played a City, an Arsenal, or Liverpool yet, so maybe we'll wait to see when we play one of them and just see what happens in that game. But we do win this one 2-0. We hold our clean sheet. 2 goals for Omega Man as we go into the final game of the episode. But not before. Some more offers for Jimenez. I'm trying to get 5.5 mil. No one's accepted, so yeah, we do. Eventually, like I said, we sell him on. We have to bite the bullet and sell him for about his value. He is going to go to Inter Miami, play alongside Messi, Suarez, Jordi Alba, all them boys. But another offer for Muniz as well. I think I'm going to sell both. I think I'm not being too impressed by Muniz and this man again. He's the main man. But like I said, our first real test, a proper test. Arsenal, obviously, they're solid defensively. Going forward, they're very good. So this is a proper test here for ourselves. And 23 minutes in, Iwobi, Stepovers can't quite get past Saliba, and that allows for Saka to charge forward, but lays it off to Timber. Don't know whether to stay or go, stick with Salah, don't know what to do. They give away the ball quite silly, but we're going to do something just as silly as Ødegaard is going to look to try and find it. Gyökeres shoots on the turn, and it is just wide of the post, but the first chance goes their way. And we're kind of, the pressure is getting to us. We're making silly passes, we're making silly mistakes. Saka, one-on-one with Bassi, turns back. See there? Is there something I can do where he drives at Bassi and he just goes at him? Because that's what Saka would do. But Zubamendi finds a bit of space. Berger can't get across quick enough. Tried to take him out, to be honest. But he puts the ball in the back of the net, and it is the Spaniard in the midfield, their new man, Martin Zubamendi. First goal for the club. First goal of the season. Teta is loving it. But it's 1-0. And a loss right now would, I think it would kind of damage us, really. We've got some really good momentum building. It's our first game actually without a clean sheet in this, a few games. But it's Arsenal, look, you can see that there. That's what I want from them. Driving forward. Maybe, I don't want it so much to end like that every time. But that's what I want from the AI. I want them to drive at me. I want them to challenge me. I don't feel like they've been doing that this season, apart from what Arsenal just did. They make it 2-0. It's going to be tough to get back into this one. Should break down the Gabriel, Saliba, Timber, Calafiori, kind of that whole backline. It's going to be a real challenge for Omega Man. And I mean, if he can do it here against this team, he can do it anywhere. As Chukwueze going to look to float one in eventually as we get to the byline, and it finds our man. Raya makes the save. Close one. But the chest is there. We lose the ball again. And we're just struggling, I think. Mainu and Iwobi in the midfield. There's not that defensive kind of calming presence as much as if I played maybe Berger and Lukic, I think it is. Great save there from Raya to deny our man again. Make the most of your set pieces, boys, because he rises the highest again. He makes it 2-1. He's going to grab the ball. Raya's going to, hold on to it a bit. There's a bit of pressure there. They know that. And we're going to look to do something 89 minutes in. Chukwueze holds off Calafiori, keeps the ball in possession. He's got 2 men to aim for. Finds one of them, unfortunately not. Gabriel gets it away. Second bite of the cherry. Iwobi. Bit of space. Dinks it in again. Loses out his header again. Third chance. Loses the possession again. And the game is going to end a 2-1 victory for Arsenal. It's a shame, but I think a couple of our players definitely proved themselves in this game. That's going to be it for today's episode there, boys. Hope you guys have enjoyed this one. If you have, please like, subscribe, and peace.